dew claws. Who needs them anyhow? So it's February in Colorado. We're out for our afternoon family walk, practicing with the new video camera. Dogs run around, have a great time, when suddenly it looks like we've got a problem. 15-year-old Twyla has fallen through a hole in the ice, which is potentially a very dangerous situation. Her daughter Bree goes to check on her. Everything okay, Mom? Yep, sure, no problem. You see, Twyla has her dew claws and has worked ice all her life. In fact, just after we put the camera down, out she came without any help needed. Once she gets out, her grandson, Vegas, not wanting to miss out on any of the fun, he dives in, goes over, fetches an ice block, and then watch, he easily gets himself back out because he has his dew claws. Now, this may look like fun and games, but this might have been a really serious problem if it had been a bigger pond with uneven frozen patches that could give way at any time. We put this video together to show how useful dew claws are and why removing them can put a dog at unnecessary risk. Now here we got a young, enthusiastic dog that needs to learn to pull himself out. There's lots of wasted effort, floundering, flailing. This is a dog's normal reaction to being unable to get a grip and get out. In fact, if he didn't have an open water slot behind him to get safely back to shore, this could result in a call to 911. But now, look at how much more efficiently this dog works. See, she gets to the edge, and instead of flailing, she hooks her dew claws in, and with that, she's able to pull herself up, completing the retrieve that the first dog couldn't. And then she comes back exactly to where the open water is so she can get safely back to shore. Now let's look at another young dog. Her dew claws were removed. She has a totally different style, but it's equally inefficient. She's not flailing, but she can't pull herself up. See, she puts her feet up, but without her dew claws to grip the ice, her feet just keep slipping. Every time she leans forward, it's just slip. Now again, she has an open water slot behind her, so she can get back to shore. But if this were a hole and a person couldn't reach her without falling in themselves, this could be a very dangerous situation. Now let's watch Grace, who, thanks to her dew claws, will complete the retrieve that the other young dog was unable to. She gets to the edge, hooks on, pulls herself up, makes the retrieve. No problem. Now let's take a look at our 3-year-old Labrador Mo. Mo's dew claws were removed, but because he and his owner hunt waterfowl, we've worked with him extensively on being able to break ice so that he can pull himself out if he falls through. Now notice when he initially encounters the ice, we observe the same frantic, flailing, ineffective motion that the first young golden exhibited. Look at him, he's trying hard. He gets his feet up there. He's going to make a nice jump right here. See, without his dew claws, the dew claws are like built-in ice picks. And without those dew claws to grip with, he just slides back in. And you can see here that the ice has frozen, and then it's thawed, and then it's refrozen. It makes it very, very slick. See, Mo is doing everything right. He's leaning forward. He's got his legs spread. He's rolling what should be his dew claw down. He's putting his body as far forward as he can. He's just expending a lot more energy than he would if he could just hook his dew claws in. We'll go ahead and do a little slow motion for you. You can see he lands, and then that leg just slips right back. Does that really nice leap, and he plants his feet, and they just slip away. Now in total contrast, we have Bree. Bree has her dew claws, and she's been working with ice all her life. She's very confident. She gets right up to where she can put her feet on top. Now watch this, we'll do a little slow motion here. So you can see she hooks in with that dew claw and pulls herself forward onto the ice. And then when her weight makes the ice give way, she just pulls herself forward more. You don't see any concern or loss of focus, no panic on her face, just determination to get those feet hooked. Now watch this dew claw over here on the right. See, she's got it rolled in, it's hooked down, and then watch, you'll see her back leg come up right here. See? Now the next time, she just moves her feet further forward, she pulls her body further forward, the back leg comes up again, and this time she gets it on the ice. Now watch, she's going to re-grip with her front one and pull herself completely out. It just all comes together, and she's able to just, watch this, boom, hooks in, pulls herself right out of there. We'll do a still frame. You can see that back foot coming up and over. That's how dogs get out of the ice. Here's a little lab, Rose. Her breeders used to remove dew claws, but now they agree that dew claws are important. Look at how efficiently she works. See, she just hooks on and pulls herself right up. Now this is Tasso. Tasso is a 4-year-old lab from Wyoming. He does not have his dew claws. However, his owner is an avid duck hunter, so we've given Tasso lots of practice every year working the ice. Even if he does fall through, he's gotten really good at pulling himself out. Now notice, look, even without his dew claws, he uses that same instinctive rolling of the leg. Now if he had them, he'd actually be able to hook into the ice. Now we come to our little Chessie Maya. Her breeder still removes dew claws, but somehow they missed her left one. Now, watch the difference here. See how well she's able to grip with that left foot? You can see she keeps bringing her right front foot forward, but it keeps sliding all the way to the back without that dew claw to hook on the ice. Still, she's got a really nice grip with the one dew claw she has, and she gets her retrieve. Now here's Young Magic again. We slowed it down so you can see she's trying really hard. At this point, she's been practicing for about 3 days, and she's doing a much better job than she did at first, but she still doesn't have it. She can't get herself out. She's still got open water behind her, so she can get safely back to shore, but we'll all feel better once we know she can get herself out. Look at this, she's doing everything right. She just doesn't have those valuable built-in ice picks. Now here's Taylor, her first time working on ice. She instinctively hooks her dew claws in and just pulls herself up. That's her first time. Now on the second retrieve, the ice keeps breaking, but she keeps pushing her way through to get to the bird. Now this third time, when she gets to the ice, you can see it gives a little trouble because it keeps giving way. But now watch what she does. She rolls that front leg, hooks her dew claw like an ice pick, and is able to bring her back leg up. Well, we're going to watch that again, slow motion. Watch, she rolls that front leg, hooks the dew claw, the back leg comes up, and she pulls herself out. It's all very instinctive and very effective. Now here's her brother Vegas doing his walrus imitation. Watch as he gets those claws hooked. His feet do not move. He just propels himself forward. And he gets through the thick ice there, and boom, he's out the other side. Here's his older brother Willie. Just swims right out, pulls himself up. Okay, now here's still a Bree. She's hooking on nicely with a neat trimmed dew claw. Dew claws don't have to be long, jagged, ragged, or stick out in order to be useful. With a neat dew claw, that dogs can still roll their leg into the ice and hook in to pull themselves safely out. Many breeders remove dew claws because they're concerned it will get caught and ripped, and it's true, a torn dew claw can be very serious. But keeping them well groomed minimizes that risk of injury. While we're only addressing ice safety in this video, there is also significant evidence that serious injuries to the wrist are more common in dogs without their dew claws than those who keep them on. So please, think about it. Dew claws do have a purpose.